Okay? That's her excuse of why everyone don't like her. Okay? So after she left the live yesterday, I thought it was all over. I swear to God, I thought it was all over. You know, I followed her. She followed me. If I had something to say to her, gonna lie. I thought we already did that shit, right? But her and Osha, she admitted that her little crew was coming over here to derail us. And she thought that she was this mastermind. What up, Darla? She thought she was like, had this mastermind of controlling her live, but she got ate up. Like, it's all over all of these other accounts, bro. She's not looking good. And I looked at it from my outside perspective, and I'm like, damn, bro, she really... That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. But here's the thing. Don't come over here and try to debate if you don't mean what you say. Because now we know that you are a liar and performative. Now we know for a fact that you just say stuff because you can, not because you mean it. So after the live yesterday, and Tina's not included in this, she was just hosting a live and they was just in there talking. After the live yesterday, they run to Tina's live, and this is what they have to say.
That it wasn't even, that they didn't even go up there for. They went up there to try to catch me and drag me, but I bounced before they could, and you came up and you like derailed the entire conversation. So you took one from me, yo. Thank you.
Hey, at the end of the day, homie, fuck that shit, homie.
Yo, you're a real one, Osa. You're a real one. Fuck that shit.
So you gotta set up. Listen, you gotta set up. Wanna dock somebody? Come dock.
Yeah, we set that up. We said, even me and Snacks, we were texting, and Snacks is like, "Yo, get out of there, get out of there!" Like, cause he knew what time it was gonna be. They were gonna make it out. Not because I'm scared, right? I'm not fucking scared of these motherfuckers. But I just did it. I don't have the energy for that. So like, Snacks was like, "Yo, just leave." I was like, "Bro, you made the best call ever." Because I exited at the right time, and then you started taking the strays. I'm sorry.
No, man.
But you took one.
The thing is that. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. No. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe I don't care what the debate is about. I'm ready to debate about anything. I don't care. I've made it clear. You know what I mean? Just I let them talk. Sometimes it gets frustrating, but for the most part, I'm like, let me let this chick finish, and then I'm gonna respond and say what I need to say. I don't need a lot of frustrated with like TVA because I've talked to him before. But the thing with TV's live is usually it's like based in entertainment. This is like one of the few times I didn't even know he got into politics until this live today or whatever. But the frustrating thing is the victim mentality. He really truly believes that we're oppressed and that we have to work 10 times harder and that we don't have opportunities and we can't do anything without a white man holding our hand and all this other stuff and just racism.
Hey, look at Petty. Look at Petty and Tony.
Too, because
I'm sorry.
Also, you know why too? Because he's from Jersey. So Jersey, everybody thinks that way up there. That's like where it all.
Good mindset.
Yeah, it's a very blue state. That's how it is.
So here's this woman from Jersey kicking Jersey's back in. And I'm not going to take that disrespect on the behalf of Jersey. On the behalf of Jersey, I'm not going to take that disrespect. So because of that, I'm going to show the receipts that I have that I could have used to just nail you and humiliate you in front of 300 and how many people was in here. But I let you slide. So because of that, she's going to have some serious issues. So you might as well just drink your juice, cross your legs, get your tea, because we're going to be here for a very long time. Okay? I'm going to show you proof and evidence that this woman tried to victim blame black people for the things that happened to us in the medical field. Okay? I'm going to show you proof and evidence she tried to victim blame black people for the things that happened to us in the medical field. So, with all that being said and done, let's go to these damn receipts. Let's see, where should we start? Okay, we can start from this one. So in this video, okay. Now this is what I could have been showed this shit yesterday, but I wasn't trying to make her look bad. That wasn't my goal yesterday, okay? I wasn't trying to, oh yeah, make her look bad. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. So that didn't work, so now let's get into it. Our choice, and we shouldn't let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So all of the people, all of the black women or black people who have been targets of the medical field, as far as, you know, bad surgery, things such as that baby who got his head decapitated, all of these people, we let them do this to us based off of what she is saying.
Acknowledging that systemic racism.
Can I say you a favor?
Go ahead, Betty. Go ahead.
Another thing is, it's not an excuse. Like, medical racism still happens, especially because that black women are 5 times now more likely to be, like, you know, unalive during childbirth. Like, these are real things that we have to look into. So sit up here and say it's an excuse. It's not an excuse.
I have never seen this brought in my life. I've seen it like 2 times before.
How they was treated. It's not an excuse.
But I am happy.
It's not legal. So you need to report it. It's not illegal. It's illegal, and that's what we need to talk about.
Exactly.
It's something
like
that
a lot of things are illegal.
But I think it's like disingenuous to sit up here and say that it's an excuse when it's not, because millions of women get treated like that, and we don't. No.
Now read the comments. The comments gonna start eating her up, bro. Watch the comments, bro.
It is an excuse if you know it's illegal and you're letting it happen to you. It's a fucking excuse.
No one's allowing it to happen to them. People, we advocate for ourselves.
Is that have power over you? Is that what you're saying?
They don't have power over me, but when they're cutting me open, let me censor my word. But when they're, you know, operating on me, obviously they're going to have some type of power when it comes to what they're doing to me. All I can do is speak and try to get help. But at the end of the day, yes, they're going to have the upper hand.
Dominican, we're not. She's not identified as black. She's Latino.
They're never gonna have the upper hand over
She's Latina. Now, she's sitting here saying that doctors, the medical field, when they are working on you, doing surgery, or you trust them, they would never have the upper hand over you, over her. Listen to her excuse. What?
I ask questions. I see what they're doing. When they put anything, hold on. When they put anything in my IV, I'm asking, what are you putting in there? What is that for? What are we doing? Like, what's happening? You're not gonna get anything over on me. I'm sorry, because my insurance is paying you, and that's money that I'm putting towards you. And if you're gonna fucking do that shit to me, you're not gonna get paid, because you know what I'm gonna say to you? I'm gonna report your ass so that they don't.
It doesn't work like that.
How about that?
That's not how it works.
No, you should not be letting them get away with that shit.
But you're not a black
No one's saying that we're allowing them to get away with it, but unfortunately, a lot of people do get away with it due to the fact that, like, when it comes to black women and, you know, us getting treated, there's already this
Now, I remind you, this is a black woman speaking about black women experiences.
Stereotype that, like, our pain level is at a different level than, you know, of our whiter counterparts. So it's just like, when we try to advocate and we try to speak out on it, it's nowhere, it's always a disconnect, and people don't believe it. That's the problem.
It doesn't matter. You need to speak up. Like, that's it. I don't have no pity. No, I have zero pity. I have zero pity. So then you go above that person. You go above and above and above. I don't give a fuck.
Girl. So what she's saying is, she do not pity for the black people who have been taken advantage of in the medical field, because she feels like it's their fault, because they should have stepped up and they should have said something. Because you know, black people, they know that the hospital is doing this to them, and we let them do it to us, and we always have the money to be able to go against the hospital, or we always have the proof and we always have the evidence, and we always and we have the power, and we can always do something. So she's basically victim blaming black women or black people in general. See, I wasn't going to show this video because I didn't want to like destroy her character. I just wanted her to, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to cook and tell her my opinion on what I felt. But since she want to go and still talk about me, okay, well, have fun with this one.
Yeah. Tell them to get that nurse out of the room. I was treated like absolute shit by a nurse.
Hold on. Do you know how many black people... Let me ask y'all a question. Give me a second. Ask y'all a question. Do you think when this happened to these women, they had control over it? Now, these women aren't even black. These are just women. Because me personally, I feel like wrong is wrong. Rather if it's black, white, Asian, let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. And this just happened recently. Leave it up to Queenbull. They let this stuff happen to them. Was drugging women and assaulting them. And this was an Asian doctor who did this. This is recently. This is an Asian doctor who was doing this. And the way he got caught was simply because he started doing these things to his wife or his girlfriend as well. And he was recording his stuff too. And that's how he got caught. But do you think that it's the women's fault? Should we blame those women who got taken advantage of? Should we say that no one get an upper hand over those women? He obviously had an upper hand over those women. So for her to sit here and make it seem like things doesn't happen, okay, when that black woman, her fucking cells, TikTok, were stolen and taken from a research lab. Her cells that can cure multiple diseases. A rare cell that this woman had. Do you believe that she had power over them taking her cells in that research lab? You think she knew? You think she had control over what they did to her when she was asleep? When she left, she trusted those doctors. Okay. Do you think when this woman was laying on that bed, and she was giving birth, this black woman was giving birth, and her baby's head got decapitated, and she didn't find out until the baby was wrapped up, like nothing happened? You think she had control over that? You think she had the power over that? Okay. Let's talk about it. Doctor stole black factories workers' heart and transplanted it into white.
What up, like 23?
Businessman. These doctors, y'all remember the story? These doctors took a black man's heart, bro. A black man's heart. And gave it to a white man. And you telling us that they don't have the upper hand when they're working on us, yeah, you can do something maybe after, but there are people who don't even get that chance. They are unalive. And then a family find out years later, and then they got to settle for something. But in the spirit moment of it happening, they don't have control over it. So where is she getting this? We have control and we are allowing this stuff to happen. But she's going to say that people dislike her because she don't want to identify as black. Okay.
Why is that?
What?
Just like Latinas, you do not call an Asian we don't subscribe to Asian. I'm part Vietnamese. Don't you dare call me Korean because I'm not Korean. I'm not. Korean is a whole different ethnicity. I don't can somebody define ethnicity?
Black is a free people.
Okay.
Okay, but can you define if you're
Now, remind you, this black woman was speaking on her experiences as a black woman. She was telling her, this woman who does not identify as black, was telling this woman that her experiences isn't real because you can do something about it. You let this happen to you. Your people let this happen to you. Now watch what she said. Yo, who educate yo?
First of all, I speak on black things because they're societal things.
Yeah.
Societal things like abortion. Wait, hold on. I have never in my entire time on TikTok spoken on a black woman's experience.
To this woman, she was talking about.
I did not.
You would
Sorry.
Why she get mad? She gonna get mad. Watch.
That is a melanated women experience.
A black woman.
Hold on. Can I touch on this topic, Queen, real quick?
Bro, what is...
Let me ask you.
Somebody make this shit make sense.
Listen. How the fuck can you speak about a melanated woman and say that you're not talking about a black person or a black experience? I don't think she knows what melanated is. Because if she knew what melanated was, she would have never said, I didn't talk about a black woman's experience. I talked about a melanated woman's experience. What?
Can't make this shit up, right? But it gets worse.
If you want to identify...
It gets worse, people. It gets worse.
If you want to identify by what the racist ass Spaniards called you...
So stop calling it...
Because she's not identifying as a Taino. A Taino. So...
Stuff Latino then.
You're a color in a crayon box, and that literally diminishes your worth and who you are as a human. Like, people don't understand that Dred Scott is still in place. It hasn't been overturned. As a black person, you are property. You are a slave in America. That has not been overturned in this country. Like, you calling yourself black means you're calling yourself a slave and property.
What?
Let's say that shit again. Say that shit again.
Hasn't been overturned. As a black person, you are property. You are a slave in America. That has not been overturned in this country. Like, you calling yourself black means you're calling yourself a slave and property.
What?
And that's why she don't want to be called black. Because she do not want to be tied to the history or oppression that we as black people actually have to face in America. Bullshit. We are proud to be called black. Because when those white people walk around When those white people walk around and they put white lives matter, they proud to be called white. When they say white America, oh, they proud of that shit. You can be African American all you want, but you're still a black person when they see you.
What?
It has nothing to do with race.
Huh?
And if you are African American, what is your tribe from Africa? Because not all people is going to be able to identify as African American simply because the fact is you got to call yourself. The reason why you're called African is because you have descent from slavery to whatever in Africa. But if you are in America and you don't know where you came from in Africa, you don't even know where you came from to even identify yourself yet as an African. You're only African based off of your ancestors. But if you don't know where you came from in Africa or what part of Africa you came from, how can you say I'm African American? Until then, you're black. Unless you show these are my people, this is the part of Africa they came from, this is my ancestors, they were slaves, this was that, this is who I came from. I don't think people know how race, ethnicity, and nationality work, and that's the problem here.
That has everything to do with race. What do you mean?
What?
Like this whole color,
That's not race. That's what I'm
No way.
Oh, that's a crown box thing though. Calling yourself black, brown, and all that. It started with
Yeah, like that's like
It started with the Spaniard.
Now watch this. See,
Now watch this, watch this.
I could have showed this part of the live. I could have pulled this receipt out, but I swear to God, TikTok, I didn't try to cook her. I tried to be on like neutral terms. I say what I gotta say now. You up here because I did talk about you. But now, bro, I don't even care.
You can agree with her,
Watch
that's
the
cool.
humiliation. Watch this.
I want you to tell me what you think this man is.
Japonés y dominicano también.
That's a Dominican. That is a Dominican man. Do you think that's Petty? Do you think that's a black man?
Nobody will call him black.
What do you see there, Petty?
He looks more Asian than black.
Like, what is her fucking? Where's she getting with this?
A Dominican man.
Hold on.
He was born.
He's Japanese and Jamaican.
He was born in Dominican Republic.
Dominican is not a race though.
He is.
Why does she keep calling Dominican a race?
He considers himself. Wait, hold on.
Why do she keep calling Dominican a race, bro?
What kind of race?
All day.
That's not a race.
When he speaks,
Bro, this girl is, her education, bro.
No, it doesn't matter. We don't go by race. No one goes by race.
Dominican isn't a race. Oh my God, bro.
First of all, Dominican would not even be considered a race or an ethnicity. You know why? Because most Dominicans, for the most part, are mixed. A European, African, Asian. You can't really classify Dominican under race or ethnicity. And if you're so proud of who you are, call yourself a fucking Taino. But watch this though. This is the crazy shit.
Ethnicity, but someone just said he's also Japanese, correct?
He is Dominican and Japanese. Dominican and Japanese.
So if he's Dominican and Japanese, then we are all right as well. Who gives you the rights to opt out his Japanese culture, roots, or anything like that, and just say that he's Dominican? Who gives her the rights to do that? You can obviously look at this man. Okay? You can obviously look at this man. This is crazy. Can you opt out his Japanese and just say he's Dominican if he's mixed?
DR.
He could be born in DR, but he's still mixed.
Bro, if
if you're subscribing to race, you're mental, because you're like mentally disturbed if you're subscribing.
Yo,
I think you need to go talk to the people that are
watch how they deflect.
you need to take your
She just got up here and pulled up the wrong receipt, bro.
You have to.
Shit is crazy, right? Like, I can't make this shit up, bro. I cannot make this shit up. Like, on some real shit, bro. Like, everybody on this app, bro, want to be a fucking philosopher, bro. Everybody wanted her, but they're not. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on earlier when we were talking about when she was invalidating the black woman's experience in the hospital and how she was saying she would do all of this shit. Serena Williams, who is a literal star, multimillionaire, also experienced not being believed when she was in pain in the hospital, trying to give birth and almost passing away. Serena Williams. So why is she acting like that's not a thing? Like, you can just go ask. The whole point of that thing is that I'm reading a book right now. It's called The Medical Apartheid, and it talks about the long history of black people being used as literally experiments for almost every medical procedure. And like how doctors used to, like, in the medical books, it used to say that black people do not feel pain, so they don't need anesthesia. So yeah, of course it's going to keep going down to like where, yeah, if you tell black women will go to the doctors and be like, I'm in pain, and they'll immediately invalidate it because they think it's either they just dead ass don't believe them or they think they're asking for like drugs or something. It's terrifying. So her sitting up there and trying to say all that shit is crazy.
Yeah, and you know what's even more crazy? She really believed that, like, her and her little crew really believed that. You know what's crazy? Have you ever seen them really pull up like real statistics? Like, when you argue with them, I guarantee you, if you was to Google anything and look at the statistics as white treatment in the medical field and black treatment in the medical field, it will always say that black people always get the less end of the stick when it's compared to white Americans in America.
Black women specifically have a 200% chance, or 200% chance more of passing away during childbirth than any race, period. So like, why was it even a topic that's coming out of her mouth? That's nothing she should even be talking about. She doesn't even consider herself black.
And you know what's even more sad about this? They really believe in America. If someone can pull up a statistic right now, if somebody can pull up one article in the entire world that states that black people are equal to white Americans in this country, I'll go back on everything I said. You can't find no source to back that shit up.
That's delusion. Go up to any...
Even white people. These are white people who's making these statistics. These are white people looking at white workers, black workers, white communities, black communities. These are Caucasian people who are putting these statistics together in a country that is dominated by white supremacy, that is stating that black people do not have the same equal rights in America when it comes to the workforce, the medical, even opening up a fucking house. Like I said yesterday, or getting a loan or getting a grant. These are facts.
They know that. They just don't care. Aren't they all like conservatives?
They some fake ass conservatives, because one minute they say this and then the next minute they say that. They not even real fucking, she's not a real conservative. I just feel like people on this app just be saying shit just because. Just like she came in here the other day, Jersey this, Jersey that. But then you go to your conservative side of TikTok and kick Jersey right in. Oh yeah, Jersey, they're all like that out there. They all have that victim mindset. So when you was part of Jersey and you was living in Jersey, did you have the victim mindset? Oh shit.
Now that you don't live in Jersey, you don't have the victim mindset, huh? Because you're not in a blue state probably, huh? Oh, so now you gonna kick it in. But when you come over here, it's, oh, Jersey love, Jersey love. You can't sit, just because you from Jersey don't mean that you're a part of the community. A lot of people be out here screaming Jersey, 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 Jersey. But when you go to their motherfucking profile, you don't see them nowhere in Jersey.
I literally have never heard of these people until like yesterday when I came across your live and you're talking to that Snacks guy who's also weird for co-signing all of this shit. Like he kept saying something like, oh yeah, like they're my friends, I'll ride for them, but I don't agree with them. I'm like, the things they're saying aren't like things you can take a medium stance on. You can't be neutral about black women being unalived in hospitals. You can't be like, oh, well, it's fine, she's my friend. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think he agree. I think what Snack said was he don't agree with everything she says. He says, she said some things I agree with and everything I don't agree with. Snacks he don't mind being called black. So I don't think, I don't think he stands for like black people, having control over the shit that goes on in the medical field. You know what I'm saying? Especially even when it comes to the prison system or whatever. When it comes to black men, or the lower class community, like Latinos, whatever, we don't have control over what happens to us in a prison. They be kidnapping inmates all the time. They experiment on inmates all the time.
They
mostly
do.
Black people.
That's where you get Latinos. Most of skincare. They used to do it to mostly black people in prisons, 100%. But the thing is like, I feel like being a part of that crew and being silent and just like not even trying to, like, he was in that live in the corner for a minute. He bounced, I think, Snacks did. But I'm like, you're not even going to try and like correct her? Like try and be like, yo, like maybe you shouldn't talk about this if you don't know much. Like,
I mean, I don't know what they talk about behind closed doors, but I watched the live and there was some things that she said that he did disagree with.
Okay, well that's good, I guess.
Yeah. So maybe, and he could have been away from the phone at the time. I don't fucking know the situation, but I know he did clarify yesterday that he doesn't agree with everything. Majority, yes, but not everything. But go ahead, Gibbs. You got something to say?
Yes, I was on a little bit on your live yesterday, and I forgot to touch on a couple of things. Like I said yesterday, she's always in lives talking about black women. Mm-hmm. For her to separate herself from black people, she sure loved to talk about us. She never want to talk about white people, though.
Nope.
But she loved talking about black women. Yep. And I guarantee if you ever ask her if she has African in her blood, she will denounce it. She does not want to be a part of black or African. And Dominicans some of them do have African.
Right. That's why that's why I don't understand why she keep calling it a race. It's not, you cannot consider Dominican to be a race or a fucking ethnicity because it's just too many Dominicans that's mixed with something. They're not just Dominican. They're never going to just be Dominican.
Yeah.
No one is just Dominican.
Right? Is that not a nationality?
Yes, like me.
Yeah. It could be, for example. It could be considered a nationality.
So they're just dumb. Then why do they keep?
But it's not going to be. You can't tie that shit into
one ethnic group. I don't.
Yeah, you can't. It's impossible. And if she really so fucking proud of her heritage, why you not speaking up for the Tajinos? Why you not representing the Tajinos? If you so
she
proud.
won't.
Because the Dominican Republic, all of that shit got called that name that after the island because of Christopher Columbus. So if you want to sit here and talk about it, let's talk about it. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. And another thing is like for me, I'm from Germany. I came to America when I was when I was a teenager. So I was born and raised in Germany. That's like me walking around. And I don't know if you can see my picture. That's like me walking around talking crazy, talking about I'm not black. I'm German. Do you know how crazy I will look?
They would put your ass in a psych ward.
That would be?
Right.
They would put your ass in a psych ward immediately.
And another thing, I'm a nurse so I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 13 years. It's 2023. And I'm in Texas, a red state. Medical racism still exists. Most of those older doctors were taught that black people do not feel pain.
Yeah.
And guess who teaches these other doctors? Those older doctors.
Yeah, didn't it just
And
get
another
taken out
thing,
of
while she wants to talk
textbooks?
about Dominicans and stuff, the way that they talk about the Latino community is that they said that they're too dramatic. These are from white doctors that I heard this from. So while they're
Miss
looking at black
Carol?
people that don't feel pain, they're saying that they are very dramatic and they always have a lot of kids. That's
Yeah.
what's being said.
Miss Carol, when did they take when did they take out the whole black people can't feel pain thing? Because I feel like it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago because even when I was in medical, when I went to nursing school, they try. It's still there, but they try to use
Re
different words.
Yeah, like reread, like
It's
say they
not.
have thicker skin. We have thicker skin or some shit like that.
Yeah, they try to make it seem like, but if you can read between the lines, I wish I still have my nursing books. But if you read in between the lines, it's like, why would they talk about us this way?
Yeah, I'm reading a book called the Medical Apartheid, and it's about like, just all the
Yeah.
egregious things that happen. And right now, I don't know, TV Hat, if you're like familiar with the father of gynecology,
No, you're good. You can
but
elaborate.
it's Miss Carol, obviously,
Wait,
right?
Father Gynecology, is he that
Yeah.
the
The
white
what? Yes.
guy? I think he's a fuck, I
He
can't even
was like
remember.
he was
Like
literally
the eight, what the fuck? Oh, I think it was
They did all the experiments on us.
18,
yeah.
14, some shit.
Yep, he was
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I know
experimenting
you're talking
on
about. I know you're talking about. Go ahead.
black female slaves, and he
Okay.
was using no anesthesia, slicing them open, doing all these experiments, and they like gave him accolades for it, for torturing these women. And then like put up statues and called him the father of gynecology when he was doing experiments in his backyard and most of these women passed away from it. And like people are gonna sit around and say like that, like racism in the medical field doesn't exist. It started with racism. That's how we got most of what we got now, from the pain of black people. It's just sick. Like I don't get the angle.
No, the angle is that she knows how people view us, and so she's trying to distance herself as much as she can. I know people like her, and that's why I blocked her a long time ago because I don't like her. I don't like people like you. Want to sit here and say you're not racist? If you're not racist, then you have some issues with black women that you need to sit down and talk to somebody about.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
But
who hurt you, girl? Like, did some black girl beat you up when you're younger or something? And now you've been upset your whole life. Like, you're gonna fight and
yeah,
lose? Like, there has to
yeah,
be something.
every live, and I don't know, I haven't been in her lives lately, but every time I see her in a live, she talks worse than white people talk about us.
It's
It's
like
crazy. It's
vitriolic.
so crazy.
It's vitriolic and insane. Like, I'm African, right? So when I moved to the United States, I mean, I grew up in Canada, but when I moved to the United States, I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I used to be told to my face that I wasn't black by people because they've never seen an East African before. And I would stand 10 toes down and be like, yes, I am. I don't know what this like weird, I guess it is like proximity to whiteness, what Luna's saying. They just want to be them, I guess. But like, if you can do that without bringing anyone else up. Like, if I say I'm black, who are you to say that I have like the mindset of like a slave? She would never say that to anyone's face either. Like, the internet makes people way too fucking bold. Cause I say that to my face. It's crazy. Also, I live in Texas too.
Yeah, but that's all I really have. I'm so glad that other people, because at first I thought it was me. I was like, maybe it's just me that I have a reaction to her. And I'm like, I don't know. I know what kind of person she is, and she has some issues. And I mean, if you don't like a certain person or demographic, hey, that's you. But to sit here and try to justify things, that's disgusting. She's disgusting. That's all I have to say. She's nasty.
I'm just trying to figure out like how much money how much money does she make on those lives? Because I feel like this might be also like a money thing. Like rage bait. Hello? TV head? Damn, I'm just talking into the void. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people who do these like ragey, I'm just gonna, I guess it's my life now, but like, it's so weird because yeah, someone made $12 like at once. Yeah, you can make so much, you can make thousands of dollars on these lives if you get enough people to gift you, and those people be getting a lot of gifts, so they really could be getting a lot of money just by pissing people off and saying weird shit. Because not only are they're not saying this in like predominantly black spaces, they're going to the conservative side of TikTok saying this stuff that mostly like white tea people already think, and then they get like coins for it. So like they're making money off of like literally dissing black people. It's like a weird business model. No, it's not justifiable whatsoever. But like at the same time, I feel like it has to have some aspect to it, because like if no one was paying attention and she wasn't getting gifts, like I doubt she would be saying any of this stuff online. Or in probably in general, but like she would probably think it, but she wouldn't say it out loud. No, I'm not Indian. Does it matter? But like, it's just very strange. Because if that's how she feels, why isn't she doing it in predominantly like black spaces and saying it to us instead of saying it to a bunch of it's weird. I'm Somali, if that helps you. But I haven't even heard of these people until like yesterday, so this is a lot. But I don't know where TV Head went, but yeah, all of that shit is super weird. And I'm glad I don't run into those people ever.